So let's start. Hello everyone. Today I will embark you in our journey towards eco-conscious sun protection. I am Laetitia Marlier from DSM, in charge of marketing for photo protection in EMEA. So what are the most important sun product trends at the moment? Well, there is a major trend, which is the rise of conscious beauty. Consumers are looking for products good for themselves, for their skin, but they also consider the societal and the environmental impact of what they buy. So the beauty industry is already responding to consumers by making eco-friendly products and eco-friendly packaging a reality. Let me share with you 3 sun product trends aligned with conscious beauty. It's about eco-friendly packaging, natural mineral sunscreen, and sun product with claims similar to ocean-friendly, reef-safe. So first, eco-friendly packaging. Well, it is a way to reduce the plastic pollution concerns, and several brands already embrace this trend. For instance, last year, La Roche-Posay launched the first eco-conscious tube. It is partially made with cardboard, and so it allows to reduce the amount of plastic used by 45%. Raw Element in US, they launched in February this year a sunscreen packed in infinitely recyclable aluminum tubes. And Sol de Ibiza is proposing a sunscreen in a stick packed in a recyclable cardboard as well. Green People in UK is using a recyclable, renewable sugarcane polyethylene packaging for this sunscreen SPF 30. Sun Trip in Sweden is proposing a wing cream in a pot made from 56% of recycled tin sheet, also fully recyclable. And last example is a mineral sunscreen from Ren. It is packed in a 50% PCR plastic tube. So PCR stands for post-consumer resin, and it is a recycled plastic made from discarded items such as plastic milk or drinks bottles. Moving to the next sun care trends, also highlighted by Mintel, it is the growth of mineral sunscreens. So one reason is the fact that mineral formulations are perceived as safer and natural by consumers. So natural mineral-based sun protection appeal to the eco-conscious consumers. Most of the times, consumers consider that natural mineral formulations are more environmentally friendly because they don't contain organic UV filters such as oxybenzone. So we can observe many brands embracing this marketing positioning. However, it is important to say that the so-called natural UV filters are in fact natural identical mineral. They are not truly natural because they are chemically produced. The second reason that could explain why mineral sunscreen are growing is that some consumers consider mineral sunscreen to be better for the skin and safer than organic or chemical sunscreens. And this goes pretty well with the pharma, the dermo-cosmetic brands, or also the products dedicated to babies and sensitive skin, as you can see with the example on the right. Last important trend I'd like to highlight is the rise of sunscreens product with claim on the pack, such as reef safe, coral friendly, Hawaii ban compliant, ocean friendly, etc. There is no multitude of different kind of logos, as each brand is designing their own one. Basically, we understand that Hawaiian compliance means that there is no oxybenzone and no octinoxate. So the claim is based on the absence of these 2 UV filters, and it is clearly stated, as you can see on the 3 examples on the left. Okay. For the 2 products on the right, one can see on the pack that the formula is coral reef safe. But when searching for more information on the brand's website in order to understand what is behind, well, it is not easy to find scientific data that could allow such substantiation. Probably it is based on a negative list of suspected ingredients, but without real studies behind, or maybe it comes from extrapolation. There are also some organizations who use a simplistic approach and deliver reef safety labels simply based on exclusion of certain UV filters. And the used criteria are mostly not based on comprehensive studies. And keep in mind that claims such as reef safe or coral friendly are not based on a study of the impact of the sunscreen on coral simply because there is no validated standard method at the moment. But the industry is tackling this challenge. We need good science behind claims, and it is needed to enable discussion based on facts rather than emotions or perceptions. So to the question, which UV filters are harmful to corals? Well, the answer is still pending because for us, we think that the causality postulated between the observed indirect effect on isolated corals in a laboratory study and the coral bleaching in the marine environment has not been sufficiently established. So more relevant scientific research still needs to be done. So what is DSM position on UV filters impacting corals and what are we doing? And this can be summarized via this 3 levels pyramid. So the higher in the pyramid, the more focus is given to science, to research and relevant studies. But of course, it will take more time. So let me explain those 3 levels. So on top of the pyramid, it is where we engage and support. For instance, in the US, PCPC has initiated a big project to assess the impact of UV filters on corals with science-based tests. And DSM is an active member at PCPC, so we are also heavily engaged to proceed to a comprehensive coral safety assessment of the UV filters in order to determine if UV filters adversely impact coral reefs. Then, at the bottom of the pyramid, it is where there are marketing-focused products with self-made logo and reef-safe certification, like some of the examples represented in introduction. So here, our position is to inform, but we do not support. Why? Well, we are not favorable to support claims such as coral, reef, or ocean friendly that miss the scientific evidence and just play with the fear of consumers. And DSM will not engage with NGOs, companies, institutes, or university who have just a marketing focus and they are not keen on assessing coral safety on the scientifically proven facts. Then, in the middle of the pyramid, it is where DSM will engage and cooperate with university, industry peers, NGOs if they have a scientific approach to address the topic. We have just initiated a collaboration with a recognized university to improve the quality of scientific data on the potential environmental impact of UV filters. Again, this is important to have such data in order to enable discussion based on facts. But this is a mid-term project, so in the meantime, the DSM Sunscreen Optimizer 2.0 represents a good solution if you wish to develop more eco-friendly SPF products. Indeed, the Sunscreen Optimizer, now with eco-profiling feature, can evaluate the environmental friendliness of a UV filter combination. So the DSM Sunscreen Optimizer is an in silico simulation tool. It's very easy to use, it's reliable, you can access it online, and it is free. So the tool allows to select the UV filters of your choice, and you simply need to input their concentration in the table. Then, based on accurate algorithm, the tool simulates the SPF and the UVA performance, but also the critical wavelengths or the percentage of solvent that is needed for the solubilization of the UV filters. And a few months ago, we have just upgraded the tool with what we call the eco-profiling feature. So it means that formulators can now evaluate and compare sun products in terms of performance, sensory, price, and also in terms of eco-impact, because the tool calculates in real time the eco score and gives the corresponding eco class. So that eco class gives an indication on how eco-friendly the combination of UV filters is versus the market benchmark within a same SPF category. So we can clearly make a parallel with the existing European energy labels that you probably already know. Few words about our eco-profiling methodology. So it is based on the evaluation of the persistence, the bioaccumulation, and the toxicity profile of each single UV filter. So we use for that existing, reliable, and public available data from the ECA. They were assessed according to OECD standard method most of the time. So for us, the first step was to give an eco score for each UV filter. Then this eco impact score of each UV filter is implemented into the sunscreen optimizer, which will deliver a weighted eco score, because we need to consider the concentration of each UV filters in the formulation. So this is an absolute eco impact score, and here please note that this eco score does not represent the impact of UV filters on reef and corals, because there is no standard test yet, but it represents the ecotox profile according the PBT profile. But actually this absolute score is not so useful as such, and so that's why, thanks to a comprehensive market analysis and algorithms, the sunscreen optimizer will provide an eco class from G to A corresponding to the eco-friendliness of the UV combination versus the existing product in the market and within the same SPF category. So the benefit is that it allows comparison and will encourage development for more eco-friendly formulation, like what happened with electrical appliance in the past few years. And what we propose now, starting this year, is that our customers can engage with us to use those DSM EcoClass logos on their finished product packaging by simply signing a trademark licensing agreement. We believe that by adopting this DSM EcoClass on the pack, you can answer the consumer's demand for guidance and for better clarity when it comes to eco-friendliness of sun protection products. So with that, let me show you an eco-conscious sunscreen formulation now. So this is the Mindful Care Physolite Cream SPF 50 from our new formulation lineup called Glowing Chameleon. This formula has been optimized for consumers looking for a sunscreen that is kind to the skin and the environment, also in harmony between their body, their soul, and nature. It has three key attributes. First of all, it offers maximum protection for the skin with the SPF 50, and it has a minimal impact on the environment with an Eco Class A. So meaning that the combination of UV filters selected for this formulation has a low eco impact. So the formulation provides a broad spectrum protection from UVA to blue light and of course UVB. And for instance, it contains Parsol 1789, the most effective UVA filters. It contains also Parsol Shield and Parsol Max. Then it is packed in a sustainable bottle made of a highly recyclable plastic, and also the label that has been used is made from renewable sugarcane derivative. And last point, it has a neutral light sensory and smooth texture. And to obtain this Physolite sensory, we use a high-performing water-soluble UVB, the Parsol HS, to add consumer protection without the need to add additional oil. And also we use Valvance Stud 210, which is a NATU approved silica. It has a strong capacity for water and oil absorption, and therefore it contributes to a silky touch and a faster absorption. So here you have the details of the formulation, and beside the ingredient that I just mentioned earlier, it contains as well the Tilamar PDO with Novista, which is the first made in Europe 1.3 propanediol. It provides moisturization, preservation, boosting effect, and also enhance the sensory. The formulation contains as well tocopherol acetate, so vitamin E, which is an antioxidant with also a protecting action against UV radiation. And on top, to ensure an instant hydratation, the formulation contains our new sodium hyaluronate, the YAACT-M. To finish, here you have other proposal of SPF 50 sunscreen formulation with an eco class of B or A. And I really encourage you to use the DSM sunscreen optimizer 2.0 and strike the right balance between SPF performance, cost, sensory factors, and eco-friendliness. Thank you so much for your attention and take care.